Hey guys, my name is Dylan Goolsby. I'm here today to talk about the effects social media has on mental health. I'm going to start out by saying that I obviously do think social media is overall a good thing, and I obviously use it. Most people do. And I think that it can be misused and have a harmful effect on people's mental health. And it's sometimes that it is hard to not misuse it, I guess, in the way we use it today, because I mean, we use it for everything. So I do think that social media can drastically affect someone's mental health in a negative manner. Society today has become dependent on social media in almost every aspect of our life. I mean, we all use social media all the time. There's not much of a way around it these days. We see people's entire lives through social media and watch them. We know that social media isn't always the most realistic, and people can make themselves and their lives look much better through social media. According to socialplug.io, at its core, social media grants us the power to showcase a carefully curated version of ourselves. If you break this quote down, it really shows a lot about the realistic version of social media. When you post on social media, you can alter the reality of yourself. You can make yourself look different. You can make your life look completely different. Anything you put on social media, you can basically just completely change. People will make their lives look the absolute best it can be on social media, and that could lead to other self-esteem issues with other people and hurt their mental health because they're trying to compare themselves or compare their lives to what the other people are doing, and that's just sometimes it's not even realistic because people are altering the way that their reality actually is on social media. We also see something that is kind of similar to this in a way. It's similar to comparing yourselves to not realistic stuff, called celebrity worship. Celebrity worship, or according to verywellmind.com, celebrity worship is an extreme feeling of attachment to a celebrity. This can be super toxic to someone's mental health because comparing yourself to a celebrity who has a higher presence, which typically comes with more money and a cooler lifestyle, you could say, is not good for somebody, because if you're just trying to live up to them or compare your life to somebody who has a lot more and a cooler lifestyle in most people's eyes, that's just not good for you and yourself. The average person can't really work out a lifestyle like a celebrity has. It's just not very realistic. An article by medicalnewstoday.com claims that social media use can lead to low quality sleep and harm mental health, which I thought was different because I've never heard, or I mean, I've heard about it, but I didn't really think about low quality sleep throughout this. And low quality sleep obviously can lead you to failing in your day-to-day things and stuff like school, which can also really harm your mental health. And according to another study from the National Library of Medicine, human beings are social creatures that require the companionship of others to make progress in life. Thus, being socially connected with other people can relieve stress, anxiety, and sadness. But lack of social connection can pose serious risks to potential mental health. This is super crucial in understanding because it explains why we feel the way that we do and almost how it leads to the issues we see. So, by saying that it can do something good, but it can also lead to something bad, is the best way to put it. I really liked that article because I think that it is good and it's a good, useful tool that we have, but it can be misused and mistreated just like almost anything else. I found the statement from the article on physicology.com was helpful and an eye-opener when it stated, as a parent and as a professional who works in the field of education, the connection between poor mental health and smartphone usage, and more specifically, social media apps, is downright scary. I thought this was super cool because in this article it focused more on like the teen group, which I would agree with because I mean like not really my well, I mean like my age too, but even younger than us, it's gonna get worse, I think, because they're growing up starting out on social media younger than even I did. So I think that it will be a lot worse, and I think that coming from a professional saying it's scary is just kind of an eye opener. Of course, that it's really about like you and your misuse, but another article from BMC Physiology states that the use of social media significantly impacts mental health. It can enhance connection, increase self esteem, and improve a sense of belonging, but it can also lead to a tremendous stress, pressure to compare oneself to others, and increase sadness and isolation. Mindful use is essential to social media consumption. And I'm going to start ending it here because I think that's the best way to end it, because it really wraps up how it's really comes down to how you use it and knowing your limits and what you can and can't do on social media, or what you can and cannot compare yourself to, because it is a good useful tool that we have and it's amazing, but you have to be careful with it and use it the way that it's supposed to be used. So thanks for listening.